Welcome to a Tuesday night edition of Campus Corner. Justin Barney, Frangie, and we have got a lot to talk about from a college perspective, and I think it leads off, Frank, with last year we saw a great Week 1 performance by the Gators. This year, same team, different venue, but it was not as pretty.
Well, there's a lot of gnashing of teeth, Justin. Right now, everyone's worried about the Gators. People like to worry Week 1 or get excited Week 1. Well, the bottom line is this. For the first time now, Billy Napier's got to deal with questions about his coaching. That doesn't mean he's not a good coach. That doesn't mean he won't get it fixed. But for the first time, people are talking a little bit about should he have an offensive coordinator? How do they have the disastrous coaching mistakes, 2 duplicate numbers on the field and all the false starts? So he's had to deal with that a little bit and hadn't had to deal with it before. Look, Utah's a good team. I thought Graham Mertz was pretty good. I think they'll get it figured out. But this is a big week. Why McNeese State's not very good? They need style points. It isn't just about winning.
You know, you can't go out and you can't have a 27-14 kind of game. You've got to have Graham Mertz lighting it up. You've got to see some of that Florida excitement, that pizzazz. It certainly wasn't there 24-11 in Week 1. So I know Gators fans expecting to see a lot more from Billy Napier in that offense. Now, Florida State, on the other hand, wow, what a performance by the Seminoles against LSU. They went down to Orlando, neutral site game against Brian Kelly and LSU, and absolutely laid the hammer to them after halftime. I know you've liked Mike Norvell for a long time, but this is a statement win in what is expected to be a massive season for the Seminoles.
I thought FSU would win the game. I thought they were better than LSU. I didn't think they were going to gut them the way they gutted them. Mike Norvell's done an amazing, amazing job. Remember, he started out 8-13 there, but he had to rebuild it. He couldn't get the recruits that Alabama and Georgia, LSU, even Florida were getting, so he said, you know what? I'm going to keep my guys here. I'm going to find a way to keep Jordan Travis here and Jared Verse here and Johnny Wilson here, and then I'm going to really mind that portal better than anybody else. I think Mike Norvell is setting a template. 15 of the 22 starters are transfers. That's unheard of. That might be the way people go. More importantly, for the here and now, FSU's got a great football team.
Georgia Bulldogs, big win, 2-time defending national champion. But this one was a little different because they have a local guy piloting the offense, Mandarin High School grad Carson Beck. His first start at Sanford Stadium. What were your early returns on Carson Beck as he tries to get to that three-peat?
I thought Carson did just fine. He's 21 of 31. He threw for 294 yards to a touchdown. I think he's just fine. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. He's going to be good. Georgia's going to be good. Bottom line is they don't play Alabama. They don't play LSU. And there's not a lot of tough games out of the league. So they won't play a team with as good a roster as them, maybe till the end of the year when they go to Tennessee very late in the year. That's the challenge, is Kirby has to keep him interested. Georgia has a really good football team. They could three-peat, but they can't be asleep at the wheel. In 2 weeks, they play South Carolina. Now, South Carolina shouldn't be able to beat Georgia, but they beat them a few years ago because I think Georgia was asleep at the wheel. The challenge for Kirby Smart will be to keep his team interested.
That's right, and you got to be able to do that, and good to see Carson Beck get that first one out of the way. And the last one before we wrap up is the blueprint, what Deion Sanders has done at Colorado. Travis Hunter, he mined the portal. He came into Colorado, said, hey, you guys take off if you're not willing to play. And last week, 45-42 over TCU. What a start for Deion and the Buffaloes.
Justin, traditionalists don't like that, but that might be the blueprint. If you're Alabama or Ohio State or LSU, you don't need that blueprint. But everybody else might need it. I think for schools that aren't Alabama, Ohio State, and LSU, that might be the blueprint, and it certainly worked. It was an amazing game, an amazing story.
Great start of college football. It's just getting started. Campus Corner is going to be around every Tuesday night during the college football season. For Frankie and Reggie, Justin Barney, back to you, Ken Joy.